What's going on, folks? You like catching spotted bass? We all do. They're mean and they're dumb for the most part. Well, what we've been using is jig heads with flukes on. I kind of nicknamed it jerk jigging. It's a very multifunctional gadget. You pick you out a jig head, put your appropriate swim bait on it, get after them. Most of the bait they're chasing right now is real small. Might want to downsize. You throw something real big, you're going to get some hits on it. That's not what they've been chasing. They've been mowing down little small shad, alewives, whatever the heck they can get a hold of. And they're so target fixated on that. You swim something else by them, it's a roll of the dice whether they're going to grab it or not. I've got some stuff laid out here on the boat. Let's go through it. Okay, folks. Here's some stuff that I've been using lately, and what has produced the most here in the past couple of weeks is the flukes. This is a Super Fluke regular size, Super Fluke Junior. Pretty good size difference there. What I've been doing is putting them either on a small swim jig head, or this is actually like a Berkeley Ned head. They work very well. These Berkeleys have got one heck of a hook on them. It's a pretty meaty hook. That's an 1/8 ounce, that's 1/4 ounce. This is one of their little half head round jig heads. Mainly I think they intended it probably for more of something like Ned. This is the Strike King baby swim jig. I think that's an 1/8 ounce also. It works. The bait keeper on it's rather large. These work a lot better, but if you can't find those will work. These work really great on the smaller baits. And if you don't have any of these and you've got some Ned heads, it'll work. It's a thin wire hook. See if it'll focus here. It's a thin wire hook, so be gentle with them. A lot of people use these big old things here. They're great. Look how long that shank is when you compare it to one of these. You're killing a lot of action on your bait. I mean, if you put this inside of that, it's halfway back. Flukes are known for darting. Your best way is to nose hook them, but that gets difficult. It's a whole nother story. If you tried to put this on that, I mean, you've killed it. It's not going to do anything. It's going to swim straight back to you. The tail's probably going to flutter. You stick a little smaller, shorter shank hook in there, you're going to get a lot better results. This one right here seems to work the best. Now, you have a multitude of bait selections. You got like Largo shad, several of the Kitex, color of your choice. Wherever you're fishing, try to match the hatch. This little one has been catching big and small fish. Even the little ones, they can come up and get a hold of that. They can get a hold of that hook. They come up, they grab it from the rear end, and they're off to the races with it. I'm going to put a few clips of the adventures here using it. It's pretty simple to rig. I don't think we need to go into that. Basically, should look like that when you get done with it. Not much to it. It's exposed to it. The cool part about it's very versatile. You can throw it out there, let it hit the bottom, and stroke it, jig it back, pop it, reel, let it go down, pop, reel. You can get into a rhythm, try something that's not a rhythm. If that's not working, you got schooling fish around you, fire it off in there, let it fall through where they blew up. If they don't grab a hold of it, try the jerk shad method, just like a jerk bait. Jerk it a couple of times, reel. Jerk it a couple of times, reel. Jerk, reel. Jerk, jerk, reel. Just something erratic. Now, it being in a lighter head weight, you're gonna have to give it a minute to get down there. But it's been producing. You can go with a heavier weight. You can go with a 1/4 ounce. It's gonna get it down there a little bit farther, a little faster. I've been having plenty of success using this really light little Berkeley half head jig head on a Fluke Junior. They seem to like it. I ran out of these, found those. I've tried these. All of it works. I have not used the big ones. The shank's just way too long on that hook for right now. If you're gonna use a big swim bait, yeah, you'd be fine with that. As far as the Fluke, no. Now, let's get to the rod I've been using. Alright. The setup I've been using is nothing fancy and it's not expensive. I've got a Daiwa Revros reel on here. I've got it paired up with an Academy brand H2O Express rod. Nothing special about it. Medium action. Works great. It's a 7-foot rod. See how I got this rigged up. Nothing fancy about it. That is a little Berkeley jig head we just looked at. The Zoom Super Fluke Junior. I did dip the tips of the tails in a little chartreuse. It's worked with and without it. Doesn't seem to matter. These Daiwa Revros reels have a very short spool. I love that. It's got 15-pound braid with an 8-pound fluoro leader. Leader's not very long. Basically, I tie it on. I stretch my hands or my arms as far apart as they'll go twice. Cut it. There's your measurement. Couldn't tell you how big that is. If you want a little extra, add another foot or two to it. If you don't want your knot, whatever knot you choose, I use the Alberto knot. It's probably tied here somewhere. You'll notice it's a very small knot. Very non-intrusive. It flies through the guides just fine. The best knot you can have is the knot you can tie. Anyway, give it a try and hopefully you'll catch some fish. Try taking this thing here. If you got fish that are blowing up chasing bait, very versatile, like I already said. Fire it off into where they're blowing up. Let it kind of fall through wherever they're blowing up. A lot of times as it's sitting there doing this number going through, they're already swirling around eating bait fish roughly about the same size. One of them's going to pick it up and take off with it. And you got the luck of the draw on that one. Could be a big fish, might be a little fish. Might be a hybrid. Get your big hybrid on there, you got to fight then. You never know, they do mix together when they get to swirling on bait like that. You don't have to change up anything but your retrieving tactics. Get off on a point somewhere. Cast it up into shallow water. Let it hit the bottom. Start jigging it back. Up and down. Stroke it. See what you get. On the sides of the points, little ledges, that color line where you can see around the edges, where you can kind of see the rocks, the sand and all, and then it gets dark out through there where it drops off. Throw this thing up in the shallow water and start jerking it. Just like a jerk bait. Make it swim back and forth. If it gets over that edge, let it fall a little bit. Keep jerking it back with the boat. You don't have to change up anything. If they start blowing up, throw it in there. If you come up on a point, bounce it down the point. You get on a small ledge or a good shady spot, fire it off in there. You can technically just fish it several different ways. Your choice of baits, and that's up to your imagination. See what your fish are doing on that particular day.
Good job. That's a good spot right there.
Ooh. Well, oh, get loose there. Jigging a fluke. For this little fella, who I'm very proud of right this minute. There we go. Good? I don't know yet. He's strong, whatever he is. Come on. I know I got you pinned. Ooh. He's been in that medium rod pretty good, ain't it? Oh, yeah. He is good. Oh, hell. Holy shit. Hello, mama.
What you doing? This slow?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Good spot.
we done got on a board good this morning. Don't go too far, there's more back there. They ain't never by themselves. Oh yeah, look at him. He's a couple of pounds or better. Oh, putting a little bitty small fluke on a little Berkeley short shank jig head. Ooh. There we go. Yeah. Ain't little bugger.
Came up, didn't he?
Yeah, you finished spitting up that stuff, buddy. We ain't doing that again. Yeah. The little Fluky. Fluky Junior. Oh, he's looking good, too, isn't he? Yeah, pop it and let it drop. That one here just dropped.
He hit it going down. Didn't even set my bell, dude. Is that a white bass? Or a tiny? He wants to be something, don't he? I didn't even set the bell.
Got him. Doubles.
Doubles. Mwah.
How bad did you hit it, buddy? Did you do like the other one? No, you did good, buddy. Oh my goodness. Now that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Doubling up.
Voila. Dinky. Dink derby.
Dink derby.
Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah, come on, baby. Spot, baby. Well, folks, there you have it. We've talked about it. We've looked over some stuff that I've put together. There's been a few clips of us using it on the lake. And remember, if all else fails, 2 shots of whiskey, 12 ounces of Coke, 4 cubes of ice. It'll make you feel better about not catching fish anyway. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Try it. It's easy. Hope it works out for you. Anyway, go fish.